Hello and welcome to Rise for Nigeria channel. If you're yet to subscribe, please do so below. All right, so today let's talk about COVID-19. So actually today is going to be more of questions. I have some questions and I think many people may have those questions as well. But they're questions that should get us thinking about, COVID-19 and how it has affected Nigeria. Here we go. Yesterday, I found out the reports where there are 162. There were only 162 coronavirus cases in Nigeria for the day. So again, beautiful. Uh, but the question is, that's relative to how many tests, right? So how many people actually got tested uh, to the point that there are only 162 positive cases. And again, how much testing is still being done, right? Is testing widespread? Is it, or it's just still a few people that are able to get this test? So again, the reason this is important is there may be a lot of people who actually have the virus, but because they're not being tested, it's not counted towards the number of people we test. So that's a question out there that needs to be answered. So two, I would ask what's going on with all the money that the country had received towards the coronavirus. They got a lot, several. They got grants, either maybe the World through the World Health Organization, and there were a lot of people who came out to say, "Hey, we donated to the government of Nigeria." Okay, so what accounting is being done? Again, how are we sure that the money got spent correctly? Who is tracking these things? Again, would there be any bookkeeping that will be done and shared with the public as to how those monies that accrue to the government, how they got spent? So where's the transparency here? Will we have it? So how much actually came into the coffers of the government, towards the coronavirus specifically? Those are questions that should get answered. And I would also ask along those lines, within Nigeria, you had individuals and groups coming out saying, hey, we donated this much money to the government. Atiku Abubakar was one of those. And I think the richest woman in Nigeria, Alakija, also said, hey, we donated this much. There are some churches that said they donated to the government. Okay, so the question is, why are groups within Nigeria, why are individuals donating to the purse of the government to fight the virus? In other societies, those types of donations go to non-profit organizations. So does that mean we don't have reputable non-profit organizations in Nigeria that could be donated to and that could reach the people better, right? So again, those are questions we need to ask. So why is donation going to the government? Again, federal government, that is. Anyone that knows anything about government, especially at the federal level and anywhere in the world, they are not necessarily the most efficient, right? Because again, at the top, you're trying to donate to a lot of people at the bottom. So it's not very efficient. So why is it that's the channel through which people are donating to help with the virus? I want to ask also why organizations like, again, churches. You had the Anglican Church, for example, donating millions of naira to the government, and their churches, because again, I also have some Anglican connections here. And those churches also, I mean, their churches do not actually have the resources to help with masking, hand washing, and hand sanitizers. So the broader Anglican Church community of Nigeria was donated to the federal government, and their own churches did not. Many of them, right, do not even have the resources to help their own people. So how is it more efficient to give it to the government, where you have local channels where you can give it to your churches that don't have the resources, and they can better meet the needs of people at the local level? So how does that make sense? So those are, again, I hope, questions that everyone will start asking here. Uh, well, okay. So the coronavirus is still here, and I guess I still have questions about how. Uh, what is the plan? What is the economic plan of the government? How is the government ready to get the economy going again in Nigeria? Is there any plan? Does anyone know? Is anyone asking? What is it? I mean, all we know right now is the price of petrol has gone up. Is that an economic plan? I don't know. Do you know? I mean, who knows? And again, who is asking these questions? We don't see an economic plan here about how the government will address the economic pains and impact to the people and to the country at large. So we still need answers to those questions. Also ask here. So COVID-19 has exposed a lot of flaws in Nigeria. For example, I'll just give one here. They're talking of when the virus started, they said they were going to give 5,000, will give somebody some items to the poorest people. And the question it was, how do you even know who they are? How do you know who the poor people are? We don't have proper not tracking system, but we don't have a proper database, right, for the people that actually live in Nigeria. We don't have their information. We don't have it documented in an organized manner. So you don't even know who the poor people are. They said they were going to go by BVN. So it depends on how much money you have in your account or whatever those measures they use. But a lot of people don't even have accounts that they are poor. So what again? All those issues that were highlighted by the virus. What are we going to do to address those issues that we exposed as our flaws, as the flaws of Nigeria? Any plan? Any learnings? Any learnings from this virus that exposed this country, that shows that, hey, if thank God Nigeria is not necessarily a place where you had a lot of people coming into the country, traveling in and out. I mean, you do have that, but compared to like Western countries, I mean, if we did have all the same kind of traffic coming into the country as the Western countries, Nigeria wouldn't have survived this. So, how are we going to make sure that we are better prepared next time? How do we fix the fundamental issues that are plaguing Nigeria that were again highlighted by this virus? So, we still need to know that. And I will ask also, how is the press helping to bring these issues to the forefront? Is the press doing much about it? Could you be doing better as the press? Because I think about it, these questions I'm asking, I don't see a lot of them in the Nigerian newspapers. I don't see them asking these questions, asking government these questions. So what is happening? Why is it that the press cannot be more effective in bringing about the type of change that Nigeria actually needs? Why is it that we don't have press, asking more pointed questions, doing investigative journalism? Again, maybe there are good answers for this. I'm just asking the questions. So those are some key questions just wanted to ask us today. And hopefully these questions can get us to start talking, and maybe somebody will watch this and will say, you know what, yes, within my own local level, we can start having these conversations. We can do something about some of these issues that have been raised, so that again the lives of the people will be better improved, and they will know that there are systems in place to protect them. So, okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, please share your comments below as well, and share this video with friends. And talk to you next week. Take care.